My name is Bishop Doug Fisher of the Diocese of Western Massachusetts. Well, the idea for veterans ministry really came to me based on my experience at West Point. I was the Episcopal chaplain there back in the 1990s. And after that, a lot of those cadets went on to become officers in the invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan. And they would send me lots and lots of emails about the really difficult situations they were facing. But then when they came back, I knew that they had this great network of people from West Point. And then I realized that wasn't true for the vast majority of people who have served in the armed forces. They come back, they might not have people to talk to. Unemployment is outrageous among veterans who have returned. Right now it's about 14%. They didn't have all those structures that people at West Point thankfully had. And so I thought, well, what could be done for them? A shocking statistic is that 1 out of 4 homeless people in the United States are veterans. That should shock us. The other statistic that's incredibly sad is that there have actually been double the number of Vietnam vets who have committed suicide than the number of Vietnam vets who were killed in the war. Now, I always found it really significant that in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, in the crucifixion scenes, it's a soldier who at the end of the day says, truly, this man was the Son of God, who recognizes in Jesus God's life. So what would happen if we, reaching out to veterans, can recognize God's life there, can recognize Christ among them? One of the great things about the Judeo-Christian tradition is that we are an incarnational faith. We believe that God takes flesh. And that means that faith is not an abstraction. It's not an idea. It's not reflecting about a God out in the great beyond. Incarnational faith means that God takes flesh. And so to encounter God in those who are poor, in those who are hungry, those who feel desperate, we're doing something that is intrinsic to our religion. We're being changed by the God who lives in them and the God who lives in us.